to order and begin with the salute to the flag and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Yes. Ms. Scott, may we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Cavallari,
Present.
Mrs. Forbes, Mrs. Gallagher,
Excuse, actually. Sorry.
Mrs. Gallagher here.
Mr. McBride,
Here.
Ms. Monroe,
Present.
Mrs. Williams,
Absent.
Mr. Young,
Present.
Dr. Butts,
Present.
Mr. George for Mr. DiOrio,
Present.
Dr. Wilson,
Here.
Ms. Harris Johnson.
Here. Thank you. Please note that the person wishing to address the board must be a resident or an employee of the district, provide their name and address, and complete the yellow card which is located in the back of the room. I don't have any announcements to make at this time.
Okay, under superintendent's report, just a couple of items. Want to thank the Harris students and also the Harris art teacher, Ms. Christine Hall, for the decorations we're to have over the next couple of months during the summer. Summer is always a time that the boardroom gets emptied out in terms of artwork, and I greatly appreciate Harris School stepping up to the plate and doing nice artwork. So take a chance to look at it. Take the opportunities to look at it when you get a chance. Couple items. Unfortunately, I want to recognize a couple individuals who passed away during the past month. And at the end, we'll have a moment of silence. Want to acknowledge that the district was deeply saddened by the death of Jayon Smith, who was an 11th grade student at Academy Park High School. Jayon excelled at many activities, including playing football for our Knights. His hard work and effort helped the Knights to the District 1 championship, 5A championship last year. Please remember his family and friends over the next couple weeks and months in your prayers and thoughts. Earlier today, we received word that Mr. Ed Dennison passed away about 2 weeks ago. He struggled with a couple health issues over the last couple of years. Mr. Dennison was part of our maintenance staff at Academy Park High School for the past 37 years. He helped with the opening of the new Academy Park High School when it was first built in the early 1980s and assisted with the renovation project that was completed in 2014. Ed's service to our school community was greatly appreciated and it will be missed. Please keep Mr. Dennison's family and friends in your thoughts and prayers. And finally, we want to acknowledge Ms. Nancy Allen Rick, who passed away earlier this month. Ms. Rick started as a special education bus aide for us in 1994. She assisted our students who had special needs on their way to and from school for the past 22 years. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and friends during this difficult time. Thank you. Let us have a moment of silence.
Thank you, Dr. Butts.
You're welcome.
For the approvals, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the May 25?
Motion.
Just wait. We have a special recognition. We're to read the district retirees' names. I think I skipped over that.
Yeah, they're up here.
Let us do that now, and then we're to come back. We know where we were at to the minutes. Okay. And Mr. Brian Wilson will be doing the recognition in terms of retirees. Unfortunately, I believe nobody is here. However, we will be or have already had contact with them and providing them a little gift.
That is correct. The following names are, first of all, good evening.
Good
The following
evening.
names are the individuals who have retired from Southeast Delco School District. And those names are as follows. Miss Eileen Maher, elementary classroom teacher at the Delcroft School. Miss Maher has been with the school district for 30 years. We have Mr. John Torchiana, elementary classroom teacher at the Harris School. Mr. Torchiana has been employed for 8 years with us. We have Miss Catherine Amadeo D'Amico, excuse me. Her assignment was elementary classroom teacher, also from the Harris School, and she has served with us here at Southeast Delco for 30 years. We also have Miss Karen Cook, elementary classroom teacher, also assigned Harris School, and she has been with the district, Southeast Delco, here for 18 school years, for 18 years. We have the retirement of the following classified employees, one of our bus drivers and a building aide. Bus driver, Miss Vera Pope, Transportation Depot bus driver. She has been with Southeast Delco for 10 years. And also we have Miss Patty Hunt. Patty Hunt is at Academy Park High School. Science teacher, it's a little bit out of order here, but she has been here for 9 years. And then I'm going to go back to also a classroom aide by the name of Miss Dawn Smith. Her assignment was Darby Township, amongst others. She had others, building aide and an employee for 10 years. We also have Mr. Mike Tremagli. His retirement is effective into the next school year. And I am remiss, Dr. Wine, off the top of your head, would you happen to have? No, of course you're not. You're not allowed to. Number of years for Tremagli. You know, it's a very long time. I'm going to give him 30 years.
Actually, he was somewhere else before us. I think
Yeah.
he was
25 here on my little cheat sheet here. Don't have it. So again, all of which 25 to 30 years. So, but even our folks for 10 years and 8 or 9 years, we would like to, offer just our most sincerest appreciation for their dedicated service and commitment to the community, to the children here at Southeast Delco School District. Like I said last year, I'll say again this year, everyone who serves in our capacity to support our children, from parents who are our children's first teachers, to the crossing guards, to the aides, to the principals, to the bus drivers, to Superintendent Central and Mid staff, to our board members present today. We do this work, we support, we serve, and all of them have contributed in a mighty way to the success of our students here at Southeast Delco. So to them, we are appreciative.
I believe the one individual that you mentioned was incorrect. So the Patty,
Patty
I'm
Hunt,
I'm
This was the beginning of the year.
We have here 9 years for Ms. Hunt, but we can verify.
Okay.
Double
And
check.
it could have been a retirement.
There's,
So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I would just like to make a statement for all those who have retired from the Southeast Delco School District. You will be missed, I'm sure, by all of your co-workers as well as the children in any capacity that you were with them. And the only thing that I can say for you at this time is to enjoy your life going forward, and I'm sure you will. Congratulations to each and every one of you individually. Okay, now we're going to get back to the approvals. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the May 25, 2017 regular board business meeting?
Motion. Second.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Are there any questions on the bills? Ms. Gallagher?
Oh, Madam President, thank you. On page 643, I just wanted to make a point of it, I guess, or a statement. Children and adult disabilities, the transportation, $19,350.32. Do we have a contract with children and adult disabilities transportation or something? Or do we just pay by
So
how many trips that we take?
we approve sometime over the summer a contract with CADES, and that's the organization. They run they're approved private school for students that have significant physical
Right.
difficulties,
Yeah, I know that.
and they
Just,
transport their own students to the school. So yes, we do have a contract with them
why are we paying $19,000 if they transport their own?
because we
Yeah.
have to pay for their transporting the kids. So
Right. But-
we pay them to transport our students to their school.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, page 645, Goshen Mechanical. I was just wondering what service they provide for $121,000.
So Goshen Mechanical,
They're doing
The gym. Char Hill.
so we believe Sharon Hill?
Yes.
Would that be correct?
Sharon Hill rooftop, gym rooftop units.
Okay.
They're the mechanical contractor.
Oh, okay, thank you, thanks. Page 647, License Program Study Island, it says, and it's $23,000. And
So that's one of the
Wait.
educational software companies that we contract. They provide a number of resources around English, reading, math, social studies.
I didn't hear what you told me.
so,
Study
Oh,
Island.
yes, you are.
Yeah, it's on the.
Okay.
so that's the name, that's the name of
Yes,
the company.
that's the name of the
Name
company.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Or the program's called Study
Oh, that's the
Island.
program.
company.
Please, Ed, Ed.
Right.
Okay, all right. And 650, page 652, PA Cyber School is $27,354. Agora Cyber, $33,145. I just picked those out because they're the cyber schools, and 27,000 and 33,000. That is an awful lot of money to be paying for a cyber school. And I guess it got me thinking about our program that we
Right.
started. How are we doing with that?
So a couple items. Pay attention to legislation that's taking place right now around cyber charter schools. There is some legislation that may be moved prior to the budget process being done by the state that would reduce some of the cost for cyber charter schools. However, in exchange for that, the cyber charter schools and charter school advocates in general want some givebacks, and it all depends on what the exchange takes place, whether it's worthwhile or not. Right now, cyber charter school kids, we pay the same amount for every student that goes to a cyber charter school versus a regular charter school. So our tuition rate is a little under $9,500, or right around $9,500 for a regular ed student, and a special ed student substantially more. The cyber schools get the same cost as a brick and mortar school, which would in theory have much more costs. So that's one thing. In terms of the number of students that we have in our cyber program, we have roughly,
All told, it's probably pushing 200, but that's with kids taking singular classes at the high school. Full-timers were at about 70 to 75. We had some graduate, obviously. And just this week and continuing next week, we are targeting some cyber families who have multiple kids in outside cybers to get them to come back. We have some families that have 3, 4, 5 kids in charter school. That's
So-
our target this summer.
so a couple items, about 75, 80 students in charter school in our cyber program. We are looking at students that are currently in cyber charters to see if we can bring them back. Our cost for a student in a cyber program is
Ours is about half. We can do it for about around $5,000.
so about $5,000 versus $9,500, or a special ed students is costing about $27,000. So that's a huge difference.
27,000 even for a cyber school student?
Yes, that's always the interesting part, is providing special education services in a cyber charter school. So so the question around the table is how that's possible. So,
Right.
Who facilitates the
Our
IEP?
wonderful state.
the
No, but the question is, if you're in a cyber charter school and you have an IEP, who
Who checks on that?
reevaluates, who evaluates, who is making the progress monitoring on these students?
So similar to a regular charter school, that's done entirely with the cyber program. They have to have an IEP teacher, a special education teacher overseeing it, a special ed director overseeing it. How you do that on a online program, I'm unclear. I've never figured that one out.
I've never heard.
So, okay.
Well, thank you, Madam President.
Madam President, I'm sorry, excuse me. I do have a question.
Certainly.
On the bills?
Yes. Interims. This is the first time I ever saw interims on the bill. Is on the second page. What unclear.
So just on 641 at the bottom.
No, it's page 2.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all got page numbers. I'm sorry.
There you go.
642, correct.
So you're referring to the total cost of interims?
What are the interims?
Okay. Can you give just an explanation of what interims stand for on the budget?
Yeah,
on the
just
report.
brief explanation. It's normally interims. We have interims every month. What those are some of the payments. Sometimes they will be charter schools, things that are due before the actual board meeting. So we're required to pay most charter schools by the 5th of the month. So the majority of them are normally charter schools. There'll be some utility bills, some rent, that type of things, just things that need to be paid before the bill date gets up, but you still approve them as part of the bill list.
What if we don't approve? We get our money back?
So can we just put that, who is it getting paid to? We can
It's-
add that.
There's a listing in the back, so the
On the
dates
last
would
page?
change. No, there will be a printout in the back that would show all of them. It goes by date, so if you look on where the bill list starts,
Mhm. So what you're saying is the interim, it should be,
right, so the bill list, they're all dated 6/22. And then there's some back there that are dated like after last
oh,
month,
you
so,
talking about the run date?
yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
those would be your interims.
Okay,
So the ones that say like 6/9 or 6/14.
Right, 6/2, 6/5, those would be your interim bills.
Okay.
thank you.
Are there any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve the bills for payment in the amount of $4,163,308.16?
So move.
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There's no old business. Questions on new business? Are there any questions for items 1, new business items 1? Are there any questions on education items 1 through 3? Are there any questions on finance items 1 through 12? Are there any questions on human resources items 1 through 15?
Can we go back to and it would be
What?
under finance?
Number 8.
9. Approve the renewal of 3-year lease for the Wolfington body. How many, we're getting 72 buses?
27?
Oh.
27.
9.
27 vehicles.
buses.
How many?
27 vehicles.
27. Transpose that, sorry.
Any other questions?
Oh, farmers insurance, okay, 8. Where's the farmers insurance?
That's number 12.
Okay.
12.
Farmers insurance donation of $200, cash for school supplies, each month to a, it says to, I think it says to one, if I read it right.
Mhm.
One, so is there one school that this is going to? Or is it, will it be
So each-
distributed to different schools?
Each month will be a different school. That's the intention.
Okay, and it's
So-
for school supplies?
Right.
Oh, we should.
Or a program.
Or programs, but we're to try to do it related to a specific program, buying supplies or something for the program, so we can go back to farmers insurance and say, hey, the $200 went toward this, and tell them what their donation went toward.
I was just going to say, we should definitely thank them.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? There's no policy items. Are there any questions on property? Item number 1. Are there any comments from the public regarding agenda items? Hearing none? Moving right along. Do I have a motion to approve new business item 1?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I do want to take a moment and just acknowledge and thank Cynthia Williams for her service to the board over the last 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years, and thank her for her time and dedication to this board and to the school district, and wish her well in her future endeavors in the community and in terms of her life. So thank you.
I'm sorry to hear that Ms. Williams just had to resign from the board. And I'm sure the board also wishes her well. Do I have a motion to approve education item 1 through 3?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve finance item 1 through 12?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve human resources items 1 through 15?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. No policy items. Do I have a motion to approve property item 1?
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And we're going to have the reports from the County Community Committee reports. Dr. Wilson, do you have a report from Delaware County Community College?
Nothing new. They're in the middle of their summer sessions right now, about to start summer session 2 after 4th of July. And they're in summer session 1 now. And they're just going to be starting with their new president shortly. So nothing new there. We'll have a meeting in the coming months, I think.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. Mr. McBride, do you have a report from the Delaware County Intermediate Unit?
The report is in our packet under connections.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McBride. PSBA Legislative Council.
So no update on our website, though. We do post the Legislative Council Committee report from the IU. So you can refer to our website. It's near the bottom of the page, the first page of the website. And we will need a replacement for Ms. Williams. I believe we'll have to survey the board for interest. I believe one individual indicated there may be interest, but we have to get back to her. She unfortunately is not here today. Not pointing out any names. But that's it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. George, do you have a solicitor's report?
No report, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Brooks, is there any administrative updates?
Just a couple items. Do want to acknowledge Teacher Association agreement was approved by the board a little bit ago. Extremely thankful for the cooperation of the Teacher Association in agreeing to a significant change in their health care benefits and insurance plan coverage, and also a significant change on the salary schedule that we provide teachers over the next couple of years. The overall cost to the district in terms of salary versus the healthcare costs, we expect to balance out, not completely, but close. And it all depends on the usage, how individuals use their coverage. So that's a major accomplishment of the board in terms of being able to negotiate that with the Teachers Association. It is a 3-year contract agreement, so it would continue through the year 2019, 2020. Struggling with years. Also want to acknowledge an Act 93 management team plan was approved, This is a plan with our administrators. Unlike the Teachers Association, this is a meet and discuss, meaning that we meet with the administration and the board to discuss what the board intends to offer in terms of a plan for management team. I do want to thank the management team, and Mr. John McDougall is in the audience. He was one of the members of that team, and I believe he will be the person signing off on that plan. So thank you very much. Again, it is a significant change in healthcare coverage for changes in salary. We will see how that works out over the next couple of years, but we do anticipate significant savings by the district in the area of healthcare costs. They're the two items I wanted to acknowledge in my report. I do have to say we had executive sessions at last week's Committee of the Whole on June 15th, and also an executive session right prior to this meeting to discuss personnel items, property items, and negotiations. Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Butz. Are there any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items? And before I make the announcements on our future meeting of the board, I would just like to say to all of the students and any other employee of the Southeast Delco School District who are on vacation for the summer to please be safe and enjoy yourself. Read so that you'll be ready for be back to school in September. So just be careful out there and enjoy your summer. I'm going to announce the meetings now. Committee of the Whole meeting, no meeting in the month of July. Board members. Board business meeting will be on Thursday, July 27, 2017 at 7 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned.